Hello SAAB lovers, Hunrider here, back with another video. It was quite an eventful day today. I was driving around town and had to make some stops. And after one stop, when I tried to start the car, the engine was turning over, but the car did not want to start. And I had to try for like 3 or 4 times. Eventually the car started and I went on with my business, but 20 minutes later I had to make another stop, and that time once again the engine was turning over, but the car did not want to start. And after trying for like 1 or 2 minutes, did I notice that when I was turning on the ignition like this, absolutely no lights were lighting up in the dashboard. And as it turns out, behind this ignition barrel, all hail Lord Vader, by the way, so behind this ignition barrel there is an electronic control module which seems to be quite kaputt. And eventually I did manage to start the car, because if the fault appears and you move the key, or if you move the steering wheel a bit, then it seems that it works. So I did manage to start the car. I took it to my mechanic friend, and he confirmed me that module seems to be dying and needs to be replaced. I've looked for a part on eBay. It costs roughly between $20 and $30, but the shipping is $60. So that is not very expensive, but anyway, it's absurd to pay 3 times as much than the part itself. Other than that, there are some local suppliers who can bring me this part. Unfortunately, it will take them around 10 to 12 days, and this in Romania means that it can easily turn into 15 days. The cost is roughly 60 euros, so even more expensive than on eBay. So I shopped around, so to speak, on some local advertising sites, and I found 2 SAAB 9000s that are being currently broken apart. And a guy with whom I've already spoken in the past seems to have the part, and I'll have to call him tomorrow. I do have my doubts, however, because this guy was supposed to send me at the end of last year this whole vent, because as you can see, this joystick-like controller which moves the parts of the grill, helping you redirect the airflow, is broken. And this comes as a complete module, and the guy did give me a very good price. So he asked for roughly 8 euros, and of course I was pretty happy, because his part isn't very clean, but you know, any part can be cleaned, and for this price is a steal. But the asshole never did send me the part. So he did confirm that he sent the part, but the part never got to me, and I'm pretty sure he didn't send it. I'm pretty sure that in the most pure Romanian style, he got second thoughts about the price he gave me, and he simply didn't send me the part. And that advertisement website, although very popular and efficient, might I add, does not have a rating system, or you cannot really report a user for being an asshole. So I'm not putting much hope into this transaction, but then again, if the guy will send me this ventilation module and that electronic control module, I'm looking at roughly 20 euros, even less, something like 16 euros for both, plus 3.5 euro transport fee, so that would be excellent. So I'm hoping that I will be able to start my car in the coming days, and I'm hoping that I'll get those parts as soon as possible. If the subject of this video is a fault, let's also talk about some other things that are problematic. One of those is the central locking system. I do have this aftermarket remote for locking and unlocking the doors. It also has a button for the trunk, but it does not work. And for a few weeks now, not all doors open and close when using the remote. For instance, now just the driver's side door was locked, and just the driver's side door opens. And I'll have to investigate this issue as well. Luckily, my mechanic friend is specialized in electrics, in electrical work, so it shouldn't be much of a challenge for him to fix it. And another issue that I do have is that when I steer the car to the right in sharper turns than normal, so in hairpins, for instance, there is a grinding like noise coming from the right front wheel, and it might be a wheel bearing, or it is possible that the right front tire touches something there, but I've checked, and in my opinion the tire does not touch anything, so we're not sure at this point. I'm hoping that there's nothing really wrong on that side of the car. Other than that, the car is okay. Yeah, another thing that is just fresh out of the assembly line is that my friend took apart this case which holds the parts behind the steering wheel, and I've just noticed when I was parking the car in my garage that since he took this apart and took a look at that electronic control module, when I turn the steering wheel, something is grinding here. So maybe there are all sorts of wires and stuff back here, and maybe something touches the shaft that goes from the steering wheel to the front of the car. I don't think that that will be a big problem. Maybe just some wires need to be removed near that shaft or whatnot. The good thing is that since my friend took this cover apart, the gaps are much smaller. I do have still a gap here, but it was bigger. So when someone did some work on this case or in this area, when they put it back together, it wasn't that well put back together. Well, never mind. I've just observed right now that the gap is back. So okay, probably these clips back here that should hold this cover much tighter together are worn probably. So okay. I was just about to announce something that eventually didn't get fixed. Anyway, these are negligible issues. No one gives a shit really, and I don't do either. So yeah, guys, these would be the the issues that I currently have with my car. If you do remember, there is also that idle RPM variation when the engine is cold, and that whining noise that is still that hasn't been still that still hasn't been explained. So yeah, it can be worse. Do believe me that when I had the problem with my mass airflow sensor or filter, I was not able to use the car properly for like 2.5 months. So these issues are not that worrisome. In any case, if you have experience with any of these faults, please do let me know. If you have any other useful information or not so useful information, do share them in the comments section below. And if you like my videos, do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. As always, I'll try to come up with new subjects, with new ideas, and eventually together let's create a strong SAAB 9000 community on YouTube. So take care guys, and see you in the next video.